Hey, what's up? It's Cujo. Or maybe I should use my full name. Your pal Cujo. First, middle, last. Your pal Cujo. I just got done taking a shower, and in the shower I was thinking about manifestation because before the shower, I was running on the treadmill, watching a video on manifestation, and it's been kind of heavy on my brain for the past little bit, so I kind of wanted to just give my take on what manifestation means to me. I'm a pretty spiritual person, but I also believe that you should kind of take things with a grain of salt when looking into them. I believe in manifestation and a lot of spiritual things, but if there's different evidence that comes to me, I'm willing to let go of those beliefs in favor of the new evidence that comes to me. But let me try to break down what manifestation is really quick. Manifestation is a belief that when you believe things are true, that's when things come to you. Maybe a better way to say it would be when you believe the things have already happened, that's when they become true. The reason I believe in this is for the longest time I believed that I was like a no-good human. Like I would just sit there and like eat candy and drink pop all day and just play video games nonstop. And the way my belief worked is I was showing myself that my belief was true, and then I believed it. So it was almost like a cycle of like the behavior showed it. So then after the behavior, I would look at my belief and be like, oh yeah, I am this. And then I would keep doing the same things, like eat really bad and play video games and stuff like that. It wasn't until my beliefs about myself changed from the stuff I started watching on YouTube and the people that I started having in my life that my life kind of turned around in like the past few years. Now I believe I'm a really creative person that has a lot to share with other people, and a really unique perspective that takes care of his health. And I believed those things to be true about myself when I took the first steps. So the belief kind of reaffirmed the behavior, which I think is like I said, a cycle, which is where manifestation comes into. A lot of spiritual people will say like, just let it go and it'll come to you. The reason that I think a lot of spiritual people will say stuff like this, say for instance, I'm going to use this channel as an example. Say I wanted the most desperately the biggest following and I wanted it now. If I showed up in front of this microphone and I started talking to the mic and making these videos with extreme amounts of effort, just trying and begging people to subscribe and like, the energy that would come through the video is that I'm like extremely desperate for the thing. And that would kind of like confuse you, the person watching this, so it would make you not want to watch this basically. For me, when I was a lot younger, I wanted to do like YouTube and make music and stuff like that, and when I would sit down, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. This is the first step to my dream. But I put so much pressure on myself to just do it in that one go that I wouldn't do anything, and that froze me for a long time. So then I started to believe I couldn't do it, which kind of reaffirmed the belief that, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. And then the belief went into the behavior, like, oh, I desperately want this stuff, but I can't have it. So if I take the pressure off of myself and I believe that I already have these things, then it kind of reinforces that you're already good enough. So I'm just kind of using my personal experience. I like recording stuff and I like making music. I kind of just do it for me. But now that I have this belief of like, oh, there's people who are genuinely interested in it, and I'm making stuff that I'm interested in, it's a win-win. And a follower count doesn't really mean anything to me, just as long as I'm in an environment where I can create stuff for myself and potentially for other people who like it. What I'm trying to say is my manifestation is I just wanted to make this stuff, and I believed that I could make it, so I'm already making this stuff, the video that you're watching, which to say that manifestation is basically your mindset aligning with what you want to do. If you're interested in this topic and you haven't read a book called Atomic Habits, I would recommend that book a lot. There's a section in there that talks about identity a lot. Identity shapes a lot of the behavior that you do, and then the habits you do around that behavior will just kind of happen automatically because you're like, well, I want to be this. What do these types of people do? And then you just do it. So I think manifestation is basically just believing in yourself. Kind of a general theme across a lot of my videos, but believing in yourself is probably the most important thing you can develop in your life. Like, let me use this for an example. Say I'm a salesman and I bring you, okay, no, even better. Say I'm a Girl Scout trying to sell you cookies. If I come to you not believing that I can sell the cookies, my behavior is going to come off as really like shy and unnerving. And if you're leaning on the fence, oh, do I want to buy cookies from this little girl? You're probably not going to buy the cookies because she just doesn't even really seem like she wants to be there on your end, when really she just doesn't believe she can sell them. And when you say you don't, then you reinforce the belief she has, like, oh, I can't sell these cookies, and then she shows up even more nervous, not wanting to be there. As to where if I'm a Girl Scout trying to sell cookies that does believe in myself, I'm going to show up to the door very confident. I'm going to be like, look at these cookies. Do you want no bake, or do you want oatmeal cookies? And then you're like, oh, damn, okay, this lady really knows her cookies. And then you're going to buy the cookies from her, and then you reinforce her belief that I can sell cookies. This to me is what manifestation means. If there's something that you don't think you can do but you really want to do, I want to be the person right now that challenges you into doing the stuff that you do want to try. At least try. If you fail at doing the stuff that you want to try to do, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that you haven't learned how to do it your way yet. Which, when you fail, it should actually teach you the direction that you want to turn towards, instead of just looking at yourself and being like, I'm just a failure, I can't do anything. Because I'm the person telling you that that's not true. For me personally, I came from a background of really having an environment that didn't support the things that I wanted. There was a video where I talked about being homeless for a while, and I just didn't believe in myself. But there's a lot of good people who actually came into my life and kind of like challenged the beliefs I had about myself to bring me to now I'm the person sitting, in front of this mic talking to people through a YouTube video. I don't really care how much viewership I get or this video gets or anything, honestly. But the fact that you're sitting here watching this means the world to me. Ultimately, that's what I would want to tell you, when you say quote-unquote manifestation, it's self-belief. But if you just believe in yourself that you can do the things that you want to do, gradually your efforts are going to compound into, I already believe this about myself. I know that I'm good. I know that I'm sick as hell, that I can play tennis in the top 1% or something like that. Or, like most of them say, I am in the top 1%, and then to operate and do things as if you are in the top 1%. There's this memory that I actually just had come to mind. I remember sitting in like a checkout section of Walmart with an old friend of mine from high school, like a couple years after we graduated from high school, and he was just getting ready to go to college, and we were just kind of sitting there talking about what we wanted to do with life. I told him I was really into computers, which I kind of am, but not in the way that I thought I was. I thought I wanted to be like a computer repairman. I definitely don't want to do that. But right before he was going to go to college, we were just talking about like all the stuff we were going to potentially do. And he stops and he looks at me and he goes, Caden, we can do anything we want. We can do anything. I could be a banker. I could be a dentist. I could be a car salesman. I could own my own business. I could go dive in the ocean. I could be a marine biologist. And then I looked back at him and I went, dude, we should start a taco truck. And we both laughed about it. We haven't started that taco truck. Maybe someday we will. But he was totally down in that minute. Like, we could start a taco truck. Like, we could put the steps in and really do it. It was a moment of where we both really actually believed we could do it. Knowing myself and him, though, I don't think we want to necessarily run a taco truck. But us as human beings, we can really bring anything to fruition if we just believe that it can work. Like this computer I'm recording with, I wanted it stuff to be able to record and play games on and make music, and I ended up putting the effort into actually getting those things. I found a way to make it work. I manifested it because I believed I could have it. I built this PC because I believed that I could build a PC. So I don't know, maybe hopefully that kind of gives a logical explanation to what manifestation means to me. If you believe, yes, I have the thing, then you show up confidently. You don't have that desperate energy of like just trying. Things happen effortlessly. Once your identity aligns with your habits, then you get the things that you wanted, but it's not really about getting the things you wanted, it's about being the person that you want to be, and then just having fun the entire way. To me, this is so fun. I love making stuff. Hopefully you can hear that in my voice, but I get so eager just like to sit here and make stuff for people, whether it be videos or music or I'm gonna start gushing, but yeah. And this was just a shower thought after watching a video on manifestation off of the treadmill. Believe in yourself. I'm always gonna believe in you. I might go watch The Fablemans after this. If you've seen that movie before, let me know what you think about it in the comments, because I probably have seen it by the time this comes out. As in, like, I'm probably gonna go watch it right now. Hopefully that helps some people out there. I want people to believe in themselves. The moment I started believing in myself, I started quote-unquote manifesting a lot of the stuff I wanted from when I was a kid and a teenager into my life, and it's just been so much fun so far, so I would just want the same for you. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch that movie, but I'll catch you guys later, so goodbye now.